Hello there. I'm here with Carolyn Vines, who is currently writing her memoir called Black and Abroad. And I'm going to ask her some questions today about the process of writing the book. So, hello, Carolyn.
Hello, Joe.
The first question I'm going to ask you is about your story, the one that is the basis for your book. Could you describe your story in just a few sentences?
I can try. It's just like the title says, it's about my experiences as a Black woman living and traveling abroad, in a nutshell.
Okay, that's good. That's one or two sentences. It's very important that you can describe your book idea in just a few sentences because that shows then that it has focus. They say that you need to write if you know the world will be worse off without your writing it. You know, you need to write your story if you really think the world needs to have it. What is it about your story that makes you believe it really does need to be written?
That's a good question. I felt compelled to write this book because I wanted to share with other Black women how traveling abroad and how living abroad has helped me to deal with a lot of issues that I've had being a Black woman in America, for example, the insights that I've gotten, but more than that, how living abroad and traveling abroad have helped me to think outside of the particular box that culture, for example, puts you in, or that nationality puts you in. And a lot of Black women in America, for whatever reason, there are various reasons, don't travel. I think a lot of them want to travel. And my book will hopefully inspire more Black women to travel and to learn also to think outside of their own particular box.
Thank you. It doesn't matter how good a book is or how good your writing is if nobody knows about it. What steps have you taken or do you plan to take to promote your book when it comes out? I mean, are you going to do speaking or training? What about blogs and websites and Facebook and Twitter and that sort of thing? What are you planning to do to help promote your book?
Several of the things that you just mentioned, I'm already doing. I started blogging 2 years ago. Number one, because it would give me practice writing for public. Number two, it was to start marketing my book before it was finished, to give me a sort of online presence. So I'm doing that. I'm also using Facebook just as a network to broaden my network. So when the book is published and it is coming out, I can post it on my Facebook site and ask other friends in my network to do the same. Twitter, I also use, not as much, but I use that. When it's done, I plan to write articles and submit them to various magazines, various newspapers, press releases, that sort of thing, to try to create a buzz around what I'm doing. Speaking, someone had given me the idea of contacting different embassies here in the Netherlands to call them up and ask them if I can come and speak, and particularly African or Caribbean, where there's a high concentration of Black people, particularly Black women. And as I put together a workshop, for example, something to present, then I can go there and say my piece, give my workshop, and hopefully that will inspire the participants to want to buy my book. No, those are just a few things, and as time goes on, I'm sure I'll think of more.
Oh, I think that's a great selection of things that you're going to do. Very well done, very inspiring, thank you. You're still writing your book, Carolyn, and I know you plan to have it written by the end of November. But can you tell me a bit about your chosen route to publication? Are you going to try and find a publisher, find an agent, do it yourself? What exactly are your plans here?
That changes every month, it seems. Right now, I'm leaning towards doing it myself, doing print on demand, and I'm leaning towards that because it gives me a lot more control over what I'm writing. It also gives me a lot more share in the profits. I think the book will come out a lot quicker. And well, since I have to do as an author nowadays, you have to do a lot of the promotion and marketing yourself. So I figure if I'm going to do all that work, then I may as well take a bigger share of the profits. I'm also leaning towards going the traditional route. I have had a reaction from a house in America, and maybe I will send a proposal back to that particular publishing house, but I'm still not 100% sure. I'm leaning towards doing it myself though.
I think the thing about doing it yourself is that if you could, the main thing that will make the difference is if you know how to target your market yourself, yes, then you maybe should consider doing it yourself rather than using a publishing house, because it might not be so easy for them to target your market, which is black women in America. I don't know.
Right. And there's another reason to go to do it myself.
Sound advice there from Carolyn Vines, the author of Black and Abroad. Thank you.